Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, I think I might have gotten my sound fixed. We will see. You will let me know. And again, it's one of those things that whenever I get an update, it gets changed, and I'm never quite sure what I do to fix it. But I think it's working this time around. Now, the only thing we have to worry about is I have my camera is on centering. So sometimes if I push too much here or too much here, and you know I like to talk with my hands, sometimes I float back and forth, but that's okay. Anyway, we're going to be reading Monday through Thursday. So what that means is, and this is the overview reading. So this is the one where I tell you a little bit what's going on in the heavens. We do a reading for what's going on in the world, and I tell you something about my cards with the the individual astrological signs. What we're going to be using is my Radley Valentine decks, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe, artwork by Judy Mastrangelo, and of course my Emily Anderson, my crystal deck. Now, for this, we are going to be using, for these readings, we're going to be using my traditional Waite Rider cards and my Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. Now, I have prayed, I have meditated, I have infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So everybody should be feeling the energies. Pluto is now in Aquarius. It's going to just get deeper and deeper into Aquarius. Mars is now in Cancer. And, I talked about that all in the last video, and it will get deeper and deeper into Cancer until it gets ready to move to Leo. So then we'll have a little bit of a shift with that, but not just yet. Saturn is in Pisces, so, the slower moving planets are going to be around for a while. So, so we have a lot of different energies. They are so Saturn and Pluto are the slower, moving planets. A lot of people will think, will say that these are very karmic types of energies too. So we have these things happening. We will be getting more enmeshed in this, and we will have to see where we're going to go. Now, what's going on in the world right now? We have basically what I just told you about. On the 28th, Mercury, which is in Aries. Now, Mercury is one of the faster planets, so it changes up, changes up and goes retrograde periodically. It's not retrograde just yet. Mercury is 18 degrees in Aries on the 28th, conjuncting with Jupiter in Aries. That's actually a very positive energy. Now, Mercury can be about news, hearing news. It can be about electronics. And Jupiter is very much the enlarger and the enlargement, and very much the planet of good fortune. So not quite sure. I'm kind of getting an electrical vibe with Mercury right now, so I'm not quite sure what that all means, but not a bad partnership, okay? And then the 29th, 30th, Venus, which is 16 degrees in Taurus, and Venus likes to be in Taurus and Libra, but it's in Taurus right now. It's also conjunct with Uranus, 16 degrees in Taurus. Now remember, Venus is about relationships. It's it can be a very caring energy. Venus can be a little bit, she can be a little snarky too, so just always be aware, but she's feeling pretty good in Taurus. Uranus is the planet, the unexpected, has been there since, 2018, so one of the slower moving ones. Will be going back and forth, I think, in 2024, but then leaves Taurus in 2025. And I'm not quite sure how long it goes back and forth in 2024, so it just leaves Taurus, like I said, 2025. So that's not a bad relationship either, except Uranus is expect the unexpected. So there could be some changes. Taurus is the earth energy, your money, job, career, your home energy. Aries is your fire energy, your passion, your commitment. So we've got some interesting stuff there. Then we have around that 30th again, we have Mars 2 degrees trining with Saturn 2 degrees in Pisces. So Mars is in Cancer, Saturn is in Pisces. That I think is going to be very interesting. Again, trining is not a bad, it's again a partnership going on here. But both of these are water energies, water signs. This is, there's a lot of spirituality. There's a lot of emotional energy. So there could be some churning up with that energy going on. Okay, so it will be an interesting weekend. There's some, like I said, the Taurus energies and the Aries energy kind of pushes forward a little bit more. The water energies, and again, I'm floating, the water energies are, like I said, are a lot more emotional. So we will see what we will see here. Okay, so let's go on. And now I have prayed, like I said, I have prayed, meditated, infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. The other thing is I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to God, Source, Higher Power, Holy Spirit, and ask whatever the message is to come through. Okay, so let's see what we have here, what we have going on. What's going on for the world? What's going on for this week, March 27th through the 30th? Remember, we have the palindrome dates also. Those are the dates that if you were write them out numerically, they would go backward and forward. So we got some interesting stuff even with that. So let's see, the 30th would be the end of the, what would we have? We would have 3-3, yeah, what would that be? 3-3-0-2-0-2-3. So maybe it's the 29th that it's the end of that. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. What do we have? Okay, Higher Power, Holy Spirit, what do you want to tell everyone? What's going on in the world? What do we need to be aware of? When I say be aware of, that's really we just need to be aware. We don't necessarily have to be totally invested, and what I mean by that is we have to live our lives. Whatever goes on in the world is going to go on. We can pray, we can meditate, we can send out the good vibes, which is what we're supposed to be doing, but we have to live our lives, and we have to, we have to focus on, the energies and what's important to us in the here and now. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on. First card, we have Temperance. Now I don't know if Temperance has been there coming up or not. Numbers are very important. So we have a 14 energy, 1, 4. So 1, new beginning, new start. 1 is also part of that 10 plus 4. 10 is transitional energy. 4 is stability, organization, and leadership. You can add it together, it becomes a 5. 5 is all about change. This is the Temperance. This is the major arcana. This is do all things in moderation. I would say that the Taurus energy will help us with that, but the water energy may not. The water energy may pull our emotions a little bit towards the higher end. So this is really giving us good advice. Keep things balanced. Keep things, try not to go either way. It's a good time to maintain the balance, maintain the equilibrium. It's not necessarily a time to maintain the status quo, because the status quo is changing. It's just, what we can do is we can take care of our own self. Like I was saying, that was very important when it was coming out. We can maintain our own, and our own environment. We can maintain our own outlook on many, many different things. So we ourselves, I feel like this is a very personal energy for the populace, and it is about maintaining moderation. It's not doing anything too extreme either way. I don't necessarily know if this is what's going to be towards the world. I just feel like this is more populist type of energy. So here we go. Next card is, well, there we go with the Queen of Cups. Now, this is a court card. This is major arcana. This is a court card. So the cup energy is our water energy. It's our Cancer, our Pisces, our Scorpio. Queen in itself, all the court cards have dual energies. The underlying energy for Queen is also water. So this is a very strong water energy. The Queen stands up into her power. The Queen stands up and does what she needs to do, but she's very emotional and very emotionally committed. So very emotional energy with her, very loving, but kind of, I do get a little worried with the Queen of Cups because she can be a little bit micromanaging. But I'm kind of feeling that this might be around that 29th, 30th when we have the water energy, when we have our Mars in Cancer, and we have our Saturn in Pisces. And something about the number 2, because what did I say was 2 degrees, and here's that second card. I don't know, partnerships, relationships, decisions. So let's see, our third card here is, okay, I love this one. This is a great card, and this could be because of our Aries energy. So we have a 3. We have a 3 of rods or wands. This is 3 of fire. 3 is celebration. It is creation. It's also the power of 3. This is the 3 of fire. And what happens, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries has Mercury in it right now. It will be, what did I say? It was trining with Jupiter. So that's a very powerful and positive energy. This is this is like, many times over, this is like your ship comes in. This has a positive ending to it. This has a positive outcome. This is a positive future that's, that's just out there ready to be had. So we have something about, this is the one. These are the 2 that I'm a little bit more concerned about. We need to make sure that we stay in moderation, that we're not doing anything too off the scales, just too out of sync. There's going to be this emotional energy, but it's going to be very loving energy, but it could be overly, again, it could be kind of like where the 2 of these, this could be a little over the top. This is saying hold it down, kind of like a simmering, I'm getting kind of like a simmering pot type of energy. Things could be churning, but we've got to keep the, like on a stove, when you have some water boiling on a stove, we got to keep that to a slow simmer. We can't let it come to a full boil, because the outcome, it could be a very wonderful and very prosperous thing. Okay. And again, you look at the world and you're like, well, how does that even going to happen? And then when we look back at the readings, I'm like, oh, look at that. I can see how that was happening. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. So we have a 1-4 and a 3-3-4-1. Okay, let's see our Colette Baron read. What do we have here? What do we have here? What's going on? What's going on? Holy Spirit, what would you like to say to our... Okay, right there. We've got a couple of cards coming out. So this one is a major arcana. So we have that 1-5 energy. We talked about what a 1 and a 10 and a 5 is all about. Change. 1 plus 5 is a 6. 6 is the number of man. So it's the energies you put into something. This is major arcana. This is the devil card. This is facing your fears. It's an interesting energy. It's like, do we want to, and this is what this Pluto in Aquarius is all about. Do we want to stay, with the devil we know, or do we want to venture out and possibly, have something that much better? The devil card, we stay in that bondage, we stay in that environment, then we basically, we don't grow. We actually start turning into something that we were not meant to be. Or we can slip the bondage, we can slip the chains, and we can go into something that is, that might be scary, but it's still something that there's also hope for. We stay where we're at, and remember, I'm always telling you, fear is one of the tools of the devil, and we stay in fear, then our hope starts, slipping away. We can always, we venture out, we slip the chains, there is always then hope. Okay, so let's go on to this next card. The 3 of Air. The 3 of Air. This is the 3 of Swords. So here we have again, this is a very this is a very positive look into the future. Things are going to work out better than you even think. Like I said, this one, emotional energy, caring, loving, can be a little bit worried with that. Style, we need to make sure we stay in moderation. This is facing our fears, letting go, slipping past, slipping the binds, the chains off of us. We stay in our fears, there's no hope. We go into that future, there's hope. And then the Three of Air, the Three of Swords. This is that one that has the heart and those three swords sticking out of it, and you're like, oh no, anything but that. But the thing about the Three of Air and Three of Swords is it's about, it acknowledges that there has been pain. It acknowledges that the scars are there. It acknowledges that the wounds may not totally heal, but it also acknowledges and says, you've got to move on. You have to move on. You have to leave this space. You cannot stay where you're at. But again, it's always choices. It's always choices. And I think it's very interesting that it's next to this temptation or this devil major arcana. So we do have two major arcana cards, 14 of 15. We have the Three of Air, the Three of Swords. Now remember, air is our Aquarius, it is our Gemini, it is our Libra, it is our thought processes, thinking things through, making plans. And the Three of Air is like, let it go. Just let it go, move on, move on. And it also talks about, it's also a choice. It is a choice. So, interesting. I don't know, we had some good vibes with this week, but we also had some very introspective vibes too. Very much we have to look where we're at and, and move forward. We cannot stay in that same space. And with these transitions in the skies, or in the heavens, or, the planets, they're changing. We are feeling the moves. We are feeling the shifts. We are feeling the ascension energies. We are feeling the solar storms. We are feeling so much. Okay. Breathe. Breathe through it. We get through this. We do get through this, and we get through this together. Okay. I will post this first, and then I will be posting my individual videos, so please watch for them. Remember, if you would like to support my channel, and I really hope you would, please support my channel. Go down to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you are watching me on Rumble, then also Rumble me. So, main point though, most important part, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.